What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Humble Warrior. Back at you guys with another video. Want to talk about this one thing because before Sunday's matchup with the Buffalo Bills, the Jets were able to beat the Houston Texans yesterday, which means I believe that they moved into second place based on their record, and the Miami Dolphins have fell to third place. With that being said, it's a big game at stake. There's a lot on the line here for Miami. Wow, dude, really? This just fell the hell off. But there's a lot at stake for Miami. You're talking about you win and you you have a chance here to make the playoff, to make a playoff run, or to make the playoffs per se. If you lose, then your chances of making it are very, 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 very slim. We're talking about astronomically slim. But a small part of me, for some reason, feels like they're going to pull off this win based on the circumstances, based on the fact that the Bills have beat them, 15 out of the last 16 times, and also they haven't beaten the Bills in Buffalo in, I don't even know the exact time frame, but I know it's been a long time. Also, the mere fact that nobody will be actually counting or rooting for the Dolphins this time around. Everybody's going to pick the Bills. So, it's looking like they have a shot. Realistically, do I think they can beat the Bills? No. But, like I said, there's an inkling that continues to trickle on my nerve about they will be able to pull up an upset. Because that's what it will be. It will be an upset. Because the Bills are clearly on fire. They're at their highest peak right now. They beat up on the bad teams really, really bad. We saw the way they dominated Seattle, how they've dominated other teams. But we also saw how they lost against good teams. So, with the win streak they have, with the fact that it won't be as cold in Buffalo in November, then that plays into a factor that Miami can use against the Bills, because November in Buffalo isn't that cold. We're talking about 40, maybe 50 degrees. So it won't be as cold as it would be in December or in January. So I think the league did Miami a favor to give them a shot in a game like this. Now, this game is important for two reasons. One, Miami wins this game, they'll be 3-5. They'll be right back in the race with Buffalo for the division title. Assuming they can beat the other poor teams that they have coming up, then they will not only be in a spot to fight for the division, but they will also increase their playoff seeding and have a greater chance of playing at home. And number two, this game is mainly about Tua. How he will overcome Josh Allen and this aggressive yet futile Bills defense, how he's going to lead a once dynamic offense up and down the field on the Bills, and how he can get to, or how he can at least score 28 to 30 points like he did last week against the Cardinals. If he can somehow muster up 4 touchdowns, maybe 5, that should be a dagger to beat Buffalo. We don't need him throwing 3 picks, because if you watch week 2, that's the reason why we lost the game. Matter of fact, doing the math on that game, Buffalo scored 21 points on touchdowns. 2 from rushing, 1 from Josh Allen, and 1 from a pick 6. So if you do the math, that's 28 points outside of the field goal they kicked. You subtract the 21 touchdowns offensively, they only scored 10 points. And we scored 10. So, and the final score was 31-10. So somebody would have to kick a game-winning field goal, which I would lean in our favor to get that field goal winning drive to beat them. But if you do the math, we basically stalled each other out outside of the rushing defense that gave up, what they gave up to James Cook. which I'm hoping this time around he gets nothing. I'd much rather put the ball in Josh Allen's. I'd much rather put the ball in Josh Allen's arm than to let James Cook do what he did to us the last game, which is run up and down the field on us and make us look like a bunch of idiots. Because other receivers weren't doing nothing. Keon Coleman and company were not doing anything to us. So I'd much rather put the game on the arm of Josh Allen. I really would. I want him to throw 60 times because it does not equal success. But it's better than us giving up 100+ yards on the ground to James Cook, and we end up getting exposed from both perspectives of rushing passing. You know, I'm not happy with that. And this game right here, I want the defense to make a statement and how they plan on turning that around. But again, this game is primarily on Tua. If he plays a near perfect game, meaning that he don't have any turnovers, he's able to orchestrate several scoring drives, and he can get our offense clicking, like from the first drive on, where they can get points, and they're constantly putting pressure on Buffalo's offense to score, then we're going to have one hell of a ball game to watch. If he comes out there being timid, taking sacks, missing throws, off rhythm, out of beat, then we're going to get our asses whooped. But that's just my perspective. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.